Good greetings, Rusty Dog here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator, or Flight Simulator, but not Flight Simulator 2020. That doesn't exist. Hi everyone, yes, we're back. If at first you don't succeed, give up, or don't, and I didn't, so we're back. Right, we're back, and we are in Australia, some rural part, some small place I found in the red outback of nowhere. Yeah, we're going to be taking out the Fokker F.VIII, the retrofit version. So the one that's got actual, electronic radios in there. And I think that's going to be the best option. I've already taken this thing on a little bit of a flight to get used to it, and I like it. This is the triple engine one, which we'll see in a second. I like it. It's got a little quirk that I like, which I'll explain when we get to there. But yeah, it's cool, and I thought I'd bring it over to Australia because it makes the most sense, as we've just had that country updated. And take it out for a little spin, not literally, I hope, and see where it gets us. So yeah, we'll just have a bit of fun with it. I haven't tried the triple engine Fokker that isn't retrofitted. I haven't tried that one yet, but all in good time. But in the meantime, I just want to see what the time is here. Yeah, I want to just set it back to as it was when I took my thumbnail, somewhere around here, 7:05. So as you can see, we are in the red soiled red dirt roads of Australia. So we are in the western part, as you may have gathered, judging by this kind of scenery. I don't know what's going on there with all the vans and stuff. Maybe it's a Toyota pickup and van storage place. I really don't know, no idea, but I know they're all white. I don't know if that's real accurate or anything. And here's the plane. Yes, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Here's the plane, the Fokker F.VII. So yeah, pretty soon we'll just get inside the old Fokker and we'll get this Fokker off the ground. I know I'm probably going to keep doing that throughout the stream. So who's with us today? Thomas Hughes. Hi, Thomas. First in. Roger. Hey, Roger, mate. Nice to see you. Andy K. Hey, Andy. Nice to see you too, mate. Thanks for doing the moderating stuff, as always. And Martin Sampson. Hey, Martin. How are you? Okay, good afternoon. Indeed, just good afternoon. Yeah, 1 p.m. here. Just gone. All right. So, this is the retrofitted one. So, it has got these more modern instruments in there, which is cool. And talking of modern instruments, these are a lot more modern than what would have been in the plane in the 1920s when it was built. So I think I can remember how to get it all started and get it up off the ground. I think I can remember it. So thankfully there's nothing back here to fiddle with, yeah, it should be fun. So hopefully we won't get a crash this time. There has been a hot fix, which I think must have come in yesterday. I downloaded it today. It was only less than 8 megabytes, and I think it may have been what they call the new AIRAC cycle. That's what I'm hearing. But the crash that I got last time, which was bringing up the VFR map and then trying to bring the window out into a window off screen, that made the game crash. So far, it's not doing it today. Yeah, that's where we're going to. We're going from YPPO to YBGD. We're in a place called, let me just bring up my little nav map here, and I'll tell you the name. We're in a place called WarBRD, with a double O at the end, WarBRD, and we're flying on which is, I think, is going to be around a 35-minute flight, half an hour-ish, yeah. to a very small airstrip, which I'm hoping I can land at. I'm gonna have to nail it, otherwise I won't. Yeah, in a place called Boolgida, B-O-O-L, Bool, G-E-E-D-A, Boolgida. Now, the only way I know to get there is but little nav map telling me that I have to fly 323 heading for 46 nautical miles. So I'm hoping to be able to put the frequency here of the VOR, which is 116.90, and it will tell me when I've flown those 46 nautical miles, and hopefully I should be able to link up with the airstrip that we're going to. That's the hope. Mark Thomas, hey Mark, how are you, sir? And Gumbo Pot, hey, good morning, Gumbo. How are you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad this morning. I think I got out the right side of the bed today, so yeah, which is good. I can get out either side, but anyway, right. So this is the triple-engined Fokker, and I love it. I love the looks of it from the outside. Now it does have a little quirk which I came across while trying to maneuver this thing, and it's this back wheel here. As it stands with the yoke in this position, okay, that back wheel will not turn, which means you cannot maneuver the aircraft in anything other than a straight line unless you push the yoke all the way forward as if you're pitching down. Okay, when it's all the way forward, that will take a little bit, thanks because of the ailerons at the back, I think. Is that what you call these, ailerons? Or that's a rudder. So yeah, the ailerons, because of these at the back, it takes a little bit of weight off the back end and finally allows the rear wheel to be able to turn and steer and maneuver the aircraft. So that's the only way to do it. And of course, when you're landing and braking, you need to pull back. Otherwise, if you brake too much, it'll tip nose forward into the ground. But if you want to steer and brake at the same time, well, you're not going to be able to. So I think what happens is the plane lands on two wheels, on the front two wheels. Obviously, you'll be able to steer that using the aero devices, the rudder and everything. You'll be able to steer it. And then the plane will be slowed down enough when you hit the ground with the rear wheel in order to be able to push the joystick forward to maneuver the plane. It's still going slow enough. It's not gonna bother you. And just before you come to a full stop, you can pull all the way back again and then hit the brakes. So it's a little bit quirky, and I like that. It's different to any other plane I've flown before. I never saw this. I never saw this last time. Oh, okay. Anyway, so we'll try and get this going. Now, here we go. So I think it's I need screens number 6, and what's the other one? Is it 3? No, 7? Yes, screen 7. So 7 first. All right. Before we do this, let me just pop into drone. Yeah, I know that looks weird. This is the Australia that I was after. The red. I love it. I just love it. I don't know why. Just something cool about it. We've got a little river going through there. That's just beautiful. Yeah, I like it. And there are little runways around the area, because don't expect to find any great big airports, but there are runways around the area. But there's two to pick from closest to me. One of them has a 980 something meters, or feet, sorry, 980 feet runway, and one of them has a 700 feet runway. I'm choosing to go to the one that's got 900 plus, and hoping that that's enough to land this plane if I land it slow enough and stop it. Anyway, let's get on with the business. So, first thing, battery. There's our voltage. That should be around 24. It looks about right. Generator. Now look at the alternator. Look at the ampage here. Look. Look how much ampage that is. And then as soon as I put the second one on, it gets shared. The 40 amps is shared between the two. I like it. Strobe light on. The nav light I never bothered with last time, so it's okay. I won't bother with it again. This is how we start the engine on this one. This is kind of nice. I like this one. Let me just make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. Down here, everything is minimized. Carby heats are all off. Oh yeah, we need these. Got to put those on, otherwise nothing's happening. I like this. Primer, rust. I don't know what all that is. Okay, so let's turn on engine number 3. We do 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so we're going to go with master on, magneto, come on, magneto both, fuel boost on, prime 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I knew I'd missed a step. I have missed a step. Damn you. What have I missed? I'm trying to do it for the first time without the checklist. Let me just turn the fuel boost off a second then. Sorry about this, guys. This is where I start getting annoyed now, because I've just done this. Oh, of course, I didn't do the levers. You're supposed to do the levers. No, third one, please. It's so inaccurate. Right, there we go. So turn the levers up. Now, whoops. Now we can... I'm just going to do a little quick reprime. Okay. Alright, we're good to go. Stupid thing to miss out. Okay, so again, engine 2 master on, magnetos set to both. At what point do you do the things? I think, oh, why do I keep pressing that? I keep pressing the wrong button. I think I'll do it now. Get these propeller and mixture up to the top. Okay, and then we can do the turning on of the fuel boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and start. So far so good. Okay. And engine 1. Come on. Why? Why can't I do it from down the dead center? Oh, it's so awkward this. Right. Finally, this mixture can go up. Oh, okay, I can't reach that all the way, so we'll do it from here. Oh, it did go all the way. Okay, fair enough. Full boost on, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Engine start. And there she is, ready to go. Peanuts I can give you. A movie, I don't have room to put the DVD stuff. Yeah, and besides, I need my battery power just for this thing. I don't know why the yoke keeps disappearing, but there you go. Right, so I think we are all good. Throttles can go to just above idle in a moment. Temperatures and pressures. Now when we're climbing, we want RPMs of around 2500, and I'm not sure why I'm doing hundreds these days. It should be 25,000, 2,500, sorry, blah blah, 2,500, and then we're dropping down to just over 2,000 for cruising. Now this used to turn on it. This turned on itself last time, I'm sure. Oh, I've missed something. Yes, I have. I've missed something. And it is this. Oops, I keep wanting to press the outside view key instead of this one. Okay. Now this thing, I'll be damned. I've not seen this one because I haven't used it last time. That's cool. Okay, so this is all on. So, oh my god. Okay, so the VFR is 11690, which is here, right? So 116.9 is the thing we need to get onto. I hope I'm doing the right thing here. What am I doing? Get to 90, there you go. Okay, let's make it active. Right. How does this flipping work again? This is for beacons, isn't it? And then the VOR. So where's the thing that tells me my distance away? You can hear the beep. Beep, 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 beep. The Morse code signal that the VOR sends out, right? You hear it? I don't know when my distance is going to be. Let's have a look at this through the functions here. Oh, go away. Yeah, it's not that that spoils the view at all. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this. Okay, let's see if that's it. Let's see, because if that starts counting up or minus as we go down, as we go across to the airport, we need it to get to 46. I don't know if this is the right way to do it at all. Right, let's see where we are then. We're going to have to do a little fake pushback here. So there's the airstrip out. So let's get the pushback helper and we'll release the parking brake and start the pushback. And kind of want to be, if I was steering, I would be steering to my left, so I'm going to go that way. Now, as far as I'm aware, this thing doesn't have... I don't know. There's cables there, but I can't seem to bring... I don't know how to bring the flaps down. I've not seen a flaps lever. I've seen no mention of flaps in the checklist. But these do look like they operate. There's no lever. That's the pitch thing. Yeah. Anti-ice. Compass at the bottom. Oh, what a place to put a compass. Awesome. Not that I'm going to need it, because thankfully I've got dials up here. Most importantly for this trip for me is going to be this little fella, which if I set it to 323, so that would be 330, so 315, 320, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, sorry. 330, 1, 2. Oh, I hate you. I hate you more than anything. Stay on. Right, 330. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Okay. That's the direction we need to be going in. Wow, look at this. It's even tied down there by the looks of it. But yeah, a pen holder in a clip. But I've not seen any flappage at all. So I don't know. I don't know. Why would it have cables to operate them? I mean, even the keys, the keyboard keys to make the flaps go up and down aren't doing anything. So I can only assume that it probably hasn't got any. Alright, let me just sit up in the seat, take off the brakes and just apply the slightest amount of power. And it should get us moving. But I can't steer. So I'm going to see if I can just bring the yoke back and show you guys that I have to push all the way forward, and now I can turn. Let me see, look. So this is with the yoke pushed all the way forward, and you see the rear wheel maybe. Oh, I actually need to be moving, don't I? It's turning, see? Now I'm going to put the joystick back to resting. No turn, nothing. It won't. You need to be pushed all the way forward to turn it, and I love it. It's a lovely little quirk it has. I think it's cool. And I really mean you have to push the joystick all the way forward. You really do. This is not like, oh yeah, you can push it a little bit forwards. No, it's maximum forward. Otherwise, no steering. Forget it. I think I'm going to need a non-digital brake axis or something. Oh, I can't believe we're halfway. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need an axis for my brakes as opposed to a button, because the button is too aggressive. You need to gently apply brakes. And I do have an axle I can use for that, actually. The same axle, the same axis that I use for my reverse thrusters on the jet, but the opposite axis. Oh dear. Still learning this plane. and its little nuances. So I don't think I'm going to need all of the... How will I know when I'm... if I don't have an instrument telling me when I'm 43 nautical miles away from that beacon, which is 116.9. Did I put that in correctly? I'm sure I did. I'll double check it before we set off. Keeping the yoke forward so I can maintain some form of steering. I don't know what she's like on the turn, we'll see. I've got a cup of tea here going cold. I better take a sip of it when I get ready. The propeller dynamics are great. You know, when you see a propeller like this or a fan, and the faster it gets, it looks like, just for a moment, it looks like it's going to stop and then spin the other way. I love that it does that here. I'm trying to just... You know, if you've got a car that hasn't got ABS and your wheels are locking up as you're braking in the wet, you have to pump the brakes. Well, that's what I'm doing with this, so it doesn't tip forwards. And now I've got to push all the way forwards. But as long as I don't brake, if I hit the brakes now, then my propellers are going to be tearing up the asphalt. And I don't really want it to do that. Come on. Come on. She's making all sorts of noises, but from a plane from the 1920s, I'm not surprised. Top of the morning, Chad. How are you, sir? Thanks for being here, man. Nice to see you. Alright, I think we're ready. Let me just double check I got the right frequency in there. Yeah, 116.90 is the active frequency. That is correcto. You can hear the Morse code. Beep, 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 beep. That Morse code must be saying the letters P, B, O, because that is the name of the... That's the letter sequence to identify that VOR, which is right here. Okay. Just allow me a couple of sips of tea, guys, before I go. This is for the beacons, but there's no beacon in the area. I can't find any beacons on the ground around here, so it's just VORs, but I've only got this one. Okay, Gumbo, take care, mate. I will try and have a good flight. We're just about to take off, right? So, okay. We want to be around 25,000 million quintillion RPMs. So, 25, come on. Now I can steer. Woo, baby. Okay, we are now at maximum power. This is everything these engines can give right now. And she's quite happy to take off right now without any flaps. Okay. Oh man. Now I don't want to have my altitude too high. So once I'm around where I want to kind of be, I'll what the hell? But this line's not going to work, is it? Does this even work? Is this thing even working? Is it? Are these working at all? I don't even know what heading I'm on. Okay, let's just pull back to 2000 revs. Ish. Manifold pressure, I think, should be 2000. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to determine my course. So I'm going to have to use little nav map here, I think. We are on course, by the way. We are bang on course, I just don't know how. Yeah. So I don't know how to tell when I'm a certain amount of distance away from the VOR in this plane. In the Piper arrow it was easy because it told you on from a beacon though, but I can't type in 116.90 frequency into this here, it won't have it. I don't know. I'll have to find out more about how to do, because it is VFR what we're doing here, and I've done a whole series on VFR in the Piper Arrow. I'm just not figuring out why or how to do it here. So I'm going to move little nav map to a different monitor because I need the chat on the other one. Actually the chat's there, so yeah, this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to get myself back on course because I certainly am not at the moment. Now this line lines up when you're in the correct heading and alignment is the only word I can use. If I'm too far to the right, too far to the left, then it won't be in the middle. So I know what it's for, but if this dial isn't moving around, help me understand how I know what my current heading is. I'm only doing it by a little nav map. I don't know what my heading is at all. Now that's pretty red. We're up and down and everywhere. I can't fly the plane properly when I'm looking at the outside. I don't know if the CDI is active. There's only one switch in this plane for avionics and that's it. what I can tell anyway. So we are now just approaching the actual flight path. So if everything was working correctly, then that needle would be back in the middle right now, or close to it. See, this is your comms radio, and this is your navigation. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I'll try and learn. Wow. Look how close these engines are. Yeah, look. How noisy must this have been to fly this plane? Oh God. And they didn't have Bose noise cancelling headphones. No, I'm not using VR, Chad, no. Which is why you're seeing this in such great quality. And I also found out that I'm losing somewhere between 7 and 10 frames per second by streaming this. So I'd be getting around 70, 80 right now. When I was in Gibraltar Airport earlier today with this, I was getting around 80, 83 frames per second. As soon as I loaded up OBS, it was in 72, 73. Yeah, so I do lose. So the frame rates you're seeing here, you have to allow for OBS and take about 10 frames off. So in reality, I should be getting around 70 right now, I would say. Yeah, just add 10 to that number for a rough, so yeah, 59, so 69, 68, 66. That's what I would be getting. Is that the airfield up there? Oh, there's a... Oh, top of descent, okay. Now, as for landing, well, I'm going to have to be low. I think we can lose some height now because I've cleared that hill. I don't want to be too high either because... well, because I don't. I don't want to be too high. And I want to make sure I line everything up. And the landing speed, I should be approaching at around 70 knots. And hitting the ground then. I do use NV encoding, yeah. Which is the reason why, because it's zapping off the graphics card. But because the graphics card is more powerful than the CPU, I'd rather use that than X264, which takes it off the CPU. Yeah, so... yeah, I'd rather use the Nvidia one, definitely. So there's a little bit of hills to come up to, and then I'm seeing some hills on the map, which I'm assuming are these. And so that means that the runway should be around there. And it is... oh no, I chose the longer one. Sorry, this is a longer one. It's 1,846 feet, or 2,200 meters, give or take. So that should be enough to land this thing in. I wonder what these are. Come on, you old fucker, you can get there. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I have no idea what that's for. But there's my active frequency. So where could it possibly display distance from it? There is no, as far as I know, there's no VOR at the place we're going to. There's a small village as well. If you see this happening, the scrolling in and out, zooming in and out, that's just me doing it on a little nav map. That's all it is. And it wants to do the sim as well for some reason. Okay, so we're still just under 4,000. I want to bring that down by at least 1,000 now, I think. We're about halfway. But I just want to see the ground from closer up. It depends, Chad. There's 3 versions, Standard Deluxe and Premium Deluxe. I would say, if you can get it, I would say get the Premium Deluxe. Because if you decide you like the Standard version or the Deluxe version and then want to upgrade later, it's going to cost you so much more. It's a rip-off. Absolute rip-off. So I would fork out the extra pennies for the Premium Deluxe. It's around £110, I think, for this. But, geez, it's worth every single penny. I mean, if you're even remotely into flight sims, this is the best one out there, I think, right now. And I've just seen the latest. Let me turn the volume down here because this plane is loud. I've just seen the latest teaser video. I saw it a couple of days ago of Concorde from oh god, who's doing it? Is it DCS Designs or something? Or something else? DC Designs? I don't know. They just showed off the images of the cockpit and everything, which looks pretty damn good, to be honest. And they did a teaser video the other day of Concorde taking off. Oh Jesus, it looks amazing, and it's definitely on my shopping list. Somehow I'm definitely going to have to get that aircraft when it comes out. I don't know how they're going to I hope they do it like the Douglas DC-6, where they introduce like a virtual co-pilot kind of thing so you don't have to do everything, because it looks an extremely complicated aircraft. And if they've got all the dials and buttons working, you're going to have to be a bloody brain surgeon to work out how to do that. But the takeoff looked incredible. It was certainly, it looked every bit the real Concorde taking off. It was fantastic. It's out there somewhere on the interwebs. You just look for MSFS. Yes, MSFS Concorde teaser. Just look for that. I swear it's just, I don't know when they're releasing it. There's no date yet, but I cannot wait. And PMDG are back on track with their Boeing 737. I think the 900 is the first one to be released. Oh boy. I think we have to fly over these hills, because these hills I'm seeing on little nav map here. Let me see if I can show you little nav map. So let me do a window capture of okay, look out for the green bit. So the hills we're coming up to, I think, is this green area here, and there's another bit, at least I think it might be, because we're here and we're flying to here. I think I might want to change my plan, actually. Oh, frig. Why aren't you moving? Hello? Thank you. Oh, aren't you kind of generous? Thank you, little nav map, for being a bastard. Right, there we go. Okay, it's not playing ball. Screw it. I guess maybe you can't adjust flight plans while you're in flight. I don't see why not, but little nav map doesn't want to work, so it can go to hell. But I'm going to have to do a little course change. So I'm not flying perpendicular to the runway. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of line up with it if I can. $97 for premium. That's pretty damn good, actually. Yeah, I'd go for that. Yes, GTX, nice view today. Yes, we are in the western part of Australia. In fact, if I transition back for a moment, we are here. So yeah, northwestern Australia. The bits that I like, the red part. I like the red part. I don't know. I tell you, there's a TV series called it's another one of those TV series where guys find beat up cars and fix them up, and I think it's called Outback something. Outback. I don't know. It's a TV series called Outback something. Outback Hunters or something. I don't know. Outback Car Hunters or something. Something like that. And you see a lot of they're based in Western Australia. Excuse me. And they have a Toyota Land Cruiser, which is the best vehicle for this terrain. Okay? And they're zooming up and down West Australia to find vehicles and stuff. And the terrain is all like this. It's all red. The red soil. And I think that series may have been the catalyst to getting me looking at this part of the world. It must have been that, because other than that, I've not really watched any Australia things. It's not truckers, it's just cars. It's Outback something. It must be on the Internet Movie Database. Outback. Or just Google. TV series, car, Outback. A couple of Australian guys, I can't remember their names now. One of them looks like Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. It's a nice little series. They've only done one series so far. Yeah, if anyone finds the title and wants to put it up on chat, by all means. But yeah, it featured all this kind of landscape, and I'm starting to think that is what put me onto I want to fly around Western Australia. But then I found out that Microsoft's next world update for this sim was going to be Australia. So I thought, okay, I'll wait. I'll wait until that happens, and then yeah. So we need to clear this. We need to clear these I don't know, hills, mountains. And I am no longer on the flight path. I've taken a detour so I can line up with the runway. And I'm just glad that we've got a clear day. The title of this TV series must have something to do with car hunters or something like that, because I know the title of the series makes it obvious. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to do a quick Google search, because now it's starting to rot my brain on what this is called. Right, Outback Car Hunters is the name of the series. They've only done one series as far as I know. Outback Car Hunters. And it's a cool series. But they like I say, they are based here in Western Australia, and you see them driving the Toyota Land Cruiser, the old Toyota Land Cruiser, the best one, the old one, driving it up and down these kind of roads, hundreds of miles. Like, there's nothing for like 100 miles. You just drive 100 miles and there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no shops, there's no towns. It is empty. But there's something really cool looking about it, you know. You know, I didn't even check about the fuel. I don't know how much fuel. Have we got fuel? Carb temperatures. Are they meant to be that high? Oh, and I'll tell you what I forgot to do, like an idiot. Don't need the fuel boost on until we come into land, which I think is there. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it, guys. That's our strip. So, let's put the fuel boost. We're gonna need that on now. Damn you. Now, there's no flaps to slow this thing down. At least I haven't found any. There's no mention of flaps in the checklist. I can't find a button or a lever. It would be a lever, of course. I can't find one. However, that being said, this plane does decelerate in the air pretty damn quickly. I mean, look, there's nothing for miles. Okay, we have an airstrip here, but beyond that, there's nothing for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. The only way to get here is by plane, surely. Well, you could drive. Okay, so I am dropping the prop speed down. Look at the way that is graphically reproduced. That's beautiful. That's what you get when you do it correctly. Your physics and everything. And the graphics get true to real world as well. Right. Definitely going to have to line this up, because steering and braking at the same time is going to be tricky. And it's a bloody narrow runway, and this window frame being in the way doesn't really help me. But right, so we're currently 10 knots faster than what we should be for landing, which is fine. I just have to cut the throttle. As I said, we will bleed off speed very quickly with this thing. It's just I may not get this landing lined up perfectly because I can't bloody see. I could shift in my seat, but it means taking my hand off the joystick to move the seat, and I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, let's cut the throttle and see the speed bleed off. We want to be going down to 70. Which it looks like we're about to hit that mark nicely. Come on. Come on, Rusty. Come on, get it down. This will be my first flight ever when I've landed at a different airport. Strip. Okay, so I can obviously steer because I'm on two wheels. But now I need to slow right the hell down. I'm going to push back on the joystick now to try and get the rear wheel on the ground, which it hasn't done so yet. Because once it does hit the ground, then I can't steer anymore. Is it down? I'm just dabbing the brakes now. Yeah, I think it's down. It is. I'm pulling back on the joystick. I don't need to steer. So I'm just going to pull right back and just dab the brakes on, off, on. Not too much. On, off. On, off. On, off. Okay. Once we're slow enough, push all the way forward now, and then we can steer off the runway. Excuse me. Okay, now we can steer off. I love that you have to push the entire way forward in order to steer. Anything less than maximum forward, no steering. So I'm just going to relax the joystick just a little. And oh yeah, I've got a little bit of steering there. Okay. She's down. That was not bad. Yeah, it's 70 knots is the landing speed for this plane. I checked. 70 knots is the landing speed for this thing. In fact, if I go up to here and go to descent, see, approach speed 70 knots, or 70 knots indicated airspeed, which say, yeah, so 70 knots, trims, I don't know, carby heat as required. Touchdown at 55 knots. I should have been going even slower then. So, hold on a minute then. My approach speed should have been 70 knots. Okay. Threshold 60. I think threshold is that zebra crossing on the runway, isn't it? You should be at 60 knots by then, and then touch down at 55 knots, and you will stall at 45. So it's a small window, but it's not a problem. Throttles to idle, fully aft, control yoke fully aft at less than 32 knots. Tail wheel contact with the ground. So you've got to wait till you slow down to 32 before you can pull the joystick back to get the rear wheel down. And then at gentle pressure. You see, now, because my front brakes are digital, I have it on a button. There's no such thing as gentle pressure. That's why I'm having to, actually, it's my trigger. My front brakes is my trigger on the joystick. So I'm having to just tick, 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 you know. Okay, so shutdown, basically all magnetos off, all mixtures off, all props off. Magnetos, mixtures and props. So, magnetos off. Let's do it in sequence. Let's go in reverse sequence, I think. God. Okay, so that's off. Fuel boost off. And then I think we need to go to, no, not 5, is it 3? No, 7? 7. Alternators off. Strobe light off. Hear that, guys? That sound of it just spinning down, I love it. And of course returning all the levers back to idle, which is arguably something I should have done. before. So I have to figure out now. See if there's a button to get me up to the avionics switch. Yeah, there we go. Oh, radio master. Is that on or off? Yeah, that was correct. These are all circuit breakers. So there's just the one switch in this whole section here. Pitch trim. Whee! And compass. But no flaps. Like, just isn't any at all. But like here, where you've got cables, there are cables on these wings here, and they look like they operate. Well, this is not going to work because it can't go down, because it would go through the bodywork. So it has to be these, and that's where the cable's attached to. So that would make a lot of sense. Oh yeah, it's these, but they don't act as. So this is obviously for your turning, right? Your roll, but they don't act as actual flaps. So it makes a lot of sense that this is how it is. And I want to know what these are. Yeah, it's just seeing those here. This is where you'd expect to find flaps on a plane, but they don't act as flaps. These are your roll trim or whatever it's called. Pitch trim. Yeah, yaw and roll. So it's your roll, basically. All working well. I'm an idiot. So look at these engines though. Wow. See if we can get a bit closer into these because... Okay, that's not going to work. There we go. I don't know how I just managed to reset the drone, but I did. Look at this. Oh, it's even got the bloody plate on it, look. Let's see if I can get there. I need to slow the camera down. Oh my god, it's even got the plate. The Whirlwind engine. Ah! It's too fast. The camera's too fast. How cool is that? 10,000 RPM, 225 horsepower. I think these are... It said it was each engine was 300 horsepower each. Still, that's pretty damn good. Valve timing, engine cold. Inlet. Oh, this is amazing. Hamilton standard propellers. Oh, so 7 times world champions then. Suppose it should have been 8. But anyway. And look. Oh, do you think this is going to operate? Wait a minute. Go back. Oh. This. Oh, Rusty, get the right thing. I don't know anything about aeroplane engines, but if I pull that lever that says carby heat, does this change? Does this open a flap in a... Trying to work out how to get inside now. Okay. Oh, that's anti-ice. Where's carby? There it is. What engine am I on? That's on the nose. Engine 2 then. Oh, that's... God damn. It doesn't... I don't think it animates anything, or even if I'm correct in thinking that that is the thing. I don't think so. I was hoping that would do something. Yep, no flaps. Hey, Angry, how you doing, man? Yeah, that's a difficult one. Because the idea is to try and do something as exciting as possible. Yeah, so here's, you got your little chambers and your spark plugs or whatever inside each one of these. I'm trying to figure out this engine, so what would be in here then? Man, it is a detailed piece of work. And for some reason, I can twiddle like this, but I can't move backwards, forwards, up or down anymore. Nope, lost that ability. Let me see if I can reset it. Yeah, we're back. So, as far as this plane goes, this specific one, the retrofit version, I actually like it. I really do. I like its little quirk of steering and stuff like that. I think that's brilliant. It's even got the name on the aircraft, look. Right there. Tell you what I'm going to do is bring up this window. Drone speed 4%. Let's take it down to 0.4. Oh, it's got it on both of those two. I was going to say I thought it had it on every one, but it does it. Got it on the bottom one, that one. Oh, have they all got it? It looks like. Yep. It's got right written on every single one of them. That's all right. And look, this is all the cables numbered going to each cylinder, is it? Yep, 4. Yep, 8. It's pretty detailed, isn't it? It's really nice. And we entrust our lives with this thing. Even though, you know, it's nowhere near the reliability, perhaps, of today's engines. But at least it has 3 of them. So if one fails, especially if the middle one fails, at least the other 2 have got enough power to keep the plane up and get you down safely. Albea, hi Albea, and William Barkley, hey, how you doing, matey? Oxidized canine, yep. Talking of which, in case anyone's wondering, the real Rusty seems to be back to normal now these days. Yeah, he was hanging on for dear life, literally. But he appears to be... He's been chewing on a bone this morning, so yeah, he's fine. Poor little guy. Well, if that is reset, then... Oh, okay, I got you. It's a mix-up. When you use a drone camera and then external camera, it tends to go somewhere else. See? There. And I don't know what that's meant to be. Okay. So that was cool, and I do like this part of the world, even though it's very sparse, and there's, you know, there's not a lot here, but it looks nice. It really does look nice. This would have been a cool aircraft to take around the North Coast 500 run around Scotland. I'd love to do it in this. Or a flight across the English Channel would be cool. London City Airport to Paris would be cool with this, I think. It's amazing. I could just, I don't know, just that you can pick like just anywhere in the world and just go there. Tokyo, you know, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. Just pick anywhere and just fly it. How can you not love this stuff? Let's try. I just want to have a look at the same plane, but not the retrofit. The actual, as it came out the factory fit plane. So let's go. This is the so this is the Fokker F.VIII retro. So we want the same plane. We've got floats version here, which would be cool, which means water landings and takeoffs only. But for that, I'm going to need a water-based. I'm going to need a water-based takeoff point. And I know Flight Sim does have some, but I just don't know where they are. So we got this one. This is the standard version of the one we just used. And then we have skis, so again, Antarctic, or Arctic, I should say. I do have some Arctic, or is it Antarctic? I think I've got Antarctic scenery, which I haven't shown you guys yet. But I don't have it enabled. At least I don't think I do. Let me just double check. Because if it is enabled, we can go there because it's kind of cool. Let me go into my add-on program manager, my add-on manager. Hey Razor, how are you, sir? Have they implemented those small Aussie personal cattle control choppers? I don't think so. Oh, it's just given me a warning. Warning, simulator is running. It is not recommended. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the Antarctica is not enabled. I'm prepared to enable it if you guys are prepared to wait for Flight Sim to restart. But then I have to know. I have to try and remember where I can take off from. I'm sure that they've given me a PDF file to go with this. I think I had a PDF file which give a list of all the run. Let's do it. And we'll use the old Fokker with the skis. Yes, it is Razor. Thank you. Very much so. Okay, so the Antarctica livery is now enabled. So let's get back into Flight Simulator. And while it's loading up, I will see if I can find the PDF file. There, hang on. I just saw it. Antarctica, there we go. Right, PDF, here we go. So we get a lovely PDF file. I'm going to show you this, guys, while Flight Sim is loading in the background. Blah, blah. How do I do this? Okay, go to there, click on that, click on that, click on that, and transition. Okay, so here we are. Oops. Flight Sim's just kicked in front of me. Okay, so here we are in Adobe Acrobat. So, oh yeah, let's get back past all the bump. Really. Oh, this isn't the right thing. Is it? No, this is a general Aerosoft thing. Ah, it's not details about the actual thing. Okay. I'm sure they did do one though. It could be that it's in the folder with the scenery. So I'm going to check that. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is volume 1, British Rotherer and Beyond. So this is what I bought this scenery last year, a couple of months ago, probably in November, I think. So this is what we want. This is what I'm after. I think there's more than these 3 though. Where's the one with the penguins? Right, they are animated as well. I don't know which one has the penguins, but we'll find out. And as you can see here, we're going to need skis for this one. It might just be those 3 bases, to be honest. I think one of them is a scientific research station, this one. What's this? The typical phrase is Roger Wilco. Yeah, how's that? Real or flight sim? It looks real to me because it is real because of all the slush. We don't get slush on the ground. Oh, that's flight sim, this one. Recognize the hangar there. Okay, so this is the one we want then. They've even given us charts, which is kind of cool. I think this one is where I need to be, Eager Rotherer, which is this one, and it has the lab and the hangar is there. Penguins will be here. There'll be people photographing the penguins for David Attenborough's next series. Okay, so Eager is where we're going to. So normally in a flight sim you won't find Eager. It's not a. I don't think these places exist until you buy the scenery. So it's not like it's better scenery for what's already there. As far as I know, you can't get Eager in your flight sim unless you have this scenery. So let's pick the right plane, otherwise it's going to be very slippy on the snow. So we're going to go with the ski variant, triple engined and not the retrofit, which is a shame because the retrofit's only got wheels. We haven't got, as far as I know, this is not retrofitted. So I think this is old style with skis. So you don't get skis and floats retrofitted, which is a bit of a shame. So let's go back here. We want to go back to Rotherer here and to zoom in. So we are in Antarctica now, so South Pole stuff here. And guess what? 1 parking space. Oops, set that as departure. Okay. Live weather, live time. I don't know whether, like, even if this was, say, midnight, it might still be light here. I don't know it right now if this is, let's have a look, because it's either going to be dark for most of the day or light for most of the day. It will show us here. Oh, we don't get a big window here. Yeah, it looks kind of normal actually. Isn't it light for most of the day, like in one of the poles? Like it spends like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and it's sort of still, it's as if it's still live. Live, I'm looking at the word live. It's as if it's still daytime. Don't know. Well, this is the opposite of where we're going. That all looks nice and warm. I wonder what that building is. I don't have a mouse pointer in this screen, so I can't show you the building I mean, but it's the white square with the grey building in front of it. And there's the Pentagon, midway down on the right-hand side. There's definitely a pentagon-shaped building there. I wonder where that is. Again, they should put up where this is. And that top one, about a quarter of the way in at the top and then come down, it looks like a castle or something. All right. Oh, God. It really is. There's the penguins. Oh, this doesn't have wheels underneath the skis. Fair enough. And there. Okay, we're in the Antarctic, but Arctic expedition. Well, show me the penguins. Come on. No? I'll have to show you guys where they are. Welcome to the South Pole, guys. Never gets dark in the summer. Gotcha. Okay, so we got people on jet skis there, or whatever. And one of those snowmobile things that you can see there. Now, where's the photographer with the penguins? Because I want to make sure not to kind of run him over. This Fokker's a big plane, isn't it? Look at it compared to there. Okay, so we have the hangar, of course, with the animated doors you maybe saw just a little earlier. Toyota Hilux pickup truck. That's the one I'd have here. That's the one they took on Top Gear, wasn't it? On the Top Gear when they did the Arctic expedition, they took a Toyota Hilux modified. It's the one you want to be in. Above all the others. Believe me. Okay, for some reason they're not moving. Well, they are. But they're doing the moonwalk for some reason. Normally they do the little waddle, the penguin waddle. These are static. And then you got the photographer dude, who's not photographing either. I'm sure he must animate then, because I have seen him actually holding a camera to his face. I'm sure it was him. I love him. If you're feeling a peckish, pick up a penguin. Sorry, right. The penguins, I promise you, they do animate properly. They do walk correctly. Oh, are we getting them? Oh, I thought they were doing it just now. No, but they do. They walk. They waddle like penguins waddle. I promise they do. Oh, God, it's going to be cold here, isn't it? Oh, there's a snowball fight going on, or something. Oh, just throwing snowballs at the rock. When have you ever seen this in Flight Simulator? Hey, you're supposed to be doing some work in the laboratory. You got nothing better to do? Hey, get out. Go on, I dare you, I dare you. I just... Yes, I think this is meant to be some scientific place. this is. Well, at least it has sound. Hey, Conleth, this is from Aerosoft. It is payware. It is Rothera, British Rothera. Look at the rainbow, guys. Check out the rainbow there. Screenshot. Yes, this is British Rothera Antarctica scenery. I think it's about £10, £12, something like that. But I bought it a few months ago because I thought it's different, you know, it's something... Yeah, it's just different from the norm. It's South Pole stuff. I don't know if there is any South Pole based places you can fly from and to. I don't know if there is, but add this scenery and you will have 3 different bases. 2 rainbows there then. What's this guy in? The hell's he in? Can't be a boat. Really? On a frozen lake? Maybe we just come at the wrong time of year, and then maybe in July. Maybe this part here isn't frozen in July. Shall we find out? Let's find out. I want to see if this is frozen, because why put a guy in a boat there? So we're currently in February. Okay, will the ice melt? Look at this. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. Still 9 o'clock in the morning. And still 9 o'clock in the morning. Look at the daylight, guys. Look at this. 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, daylight. Sun's coming up. 11 o'clock. And down she goes again. There is no daylight. That's it. You get an hour. That's all you get on the South Pole. 1 hour. Something else that Flight Simulator accurately models the day-night cycles correctly. That's all you're going to get in July. So come, what must it be then? Maybe December? Do we get a lot of daylight? Yeah, look, 4 o'clock in the morning here. Yep, even I would call that daylight. 2 o'clock in the morning. 8, 9 o'clock. So yeah, you maybe get 5 hours of darkness. That's it. However, I don't see this lake melting at any point, so I don't know why that guy's out on a boat. Let's just go here. So you can see from a distance, right, that they're walking correctly. So is me zooming in the problem? But you can see that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Don't wander too far away from the pack. Guys. Yeah, so anyway, let's see if we can get the plane off the ground. So the runway is, let's bring up the map. It's right next to us. I'm sure I pressed the key. We haven't crashed yet. Oh, I was just wondering about whether my windscreen was going to freeze up. Is that meant to be there? The ice? Is it there by default, or is it just formed there? Look how simplistic this plane is. compared to the retrofit. Oh my god, you trust your life with these things. Flip. One snapped cable. Okay, can we bring up the map? Is that possible? Please? I've asked you twice already. Oh, I just saw some snowfall. I just saw a drop of snow. It's not showing me. Okay. I think it is marked. I think it's this. See all these indicators here? That's the runway. That's it. And judging by the windsock, we need to be going that way anyway. So we've got the guy with the snowballs, got nothing else better to do. Penguins are going to go over and see what he's up to. And a BBC natural history photographer there photographing when he can be bothered. Oh, cheers, Aquatic. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is good news. Yes, The Thing. I've seen it. I've seen it. Good movie, that. Seen it in an Al Pacino film, Insomnia. Oh. Wouldn't it be ironic if watching Insomnia put you to sleep? Right, so let's see if we can get this thing started. I don't know how. Well, that... What chocks? There's no chocks, we're on skis. So therefore no parking brake either. You can't put a brake on skis. So, magnetos, right, but how do I feed the fuel? I'm trying to work it out first before I look in the manuals. Okay, so here's all the fuel gauges. God, I thought that was cobwebs for a second. Let me switch around to this view here. I guess I'm just going to put everything on. I wonder if it's like last time where you turn one thing and they all go. Yeah. Which... Okay, okay. Alright, so 3 starter engines. Fine, I understand now. Do we have a preset screen for that one? Let me just run through the cameras. Yes, we do. Number 4. Okay, great. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so run me through it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 and 4 is what I need. So let's turn the magnetos on for engine number 3. I guess we'll do it in the proper sequence. So, magnetos on for 3. This is throttle. We're fine with that. There's no propeller control and there's no mixture control. So, engine 3 is this one, right? Because that is the right-hand engine, which is now that way. Well, I guess we'll find out. Okay. So did I turn the fuel... Oops. Did I turn the fuel off then? No, it's definitely on. So fuel on. Magnetos set to both. Maybe I need a bit of throttle on there. Yeah, the compass you mean, yeah? Let me add a little bit of throttle. Try again. Okay, I'm clearly missing a step, so we'll just quickly run through the checklist then. I don't know why the arrow to turn this is so far away. if I press that frigging outside view again? Starboard port and center tank set to on, which I have just done, but I'll triple check. On. This, yeah, that wasn't on. But why is this controlling these two? And this one's on its own. Port and port center. These are the center tanks. There's a port tank. So port tank, center tank, starboard tank on. I can't turn it on. Not on its own anyway. Okay. And I can't seem to move in the seat correctly either. Dear. This has to be a bug then. There's no other explanation for this. Why aren't these independent? These are not movable. So that is not switched to the on position. Yeah. Oh, weird. And then on the other Fokkers, the single engine one, you can move these levers as well, I think. Anyway, okay, let's just... Okay, so magneto set to both, which it was. Oh, I don't like this at all. Center engine starter. Center? Oh, it's the center engine then. Magneto 3 is the middle one. Engine 3 is center. But then it says engine 2 center. Engine 3 starts starboard. You're taking the wee-wee. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set all magnetos to on. And I'm going to apply a little bit of throttle to all. Let's see if that works. If not, it has to be fuel. Oh, this is ridiculous. There we go. See, this is the trouble we had last time with this. There's no other fuel valve that I know of. All it needs is air, fuel, and spark, right? So magnetos are on, so that's your spark. Fuel, I don't know, because maybe this switch is causing the problem. This little bugged switch here. Which I kind of would have expected them to... If it is a bug, I would kind of expect them to have fixed by now. Listen to the sound of that. It's the same. It's not getting a spark by the sounds of it, but these can't be set to on by default. Okay, I guess we're just going to have to cheat it, guys, by using Control E, because I can't figure out any other reason as to why this would not start. Unless there's another fuel switch, but then if there is, it's hidden because it's not mentioned in the checklists. Yeah, I've had them on and off, Andrew. I've had them in every single position. These switches have been in more positions than the Kama Sutra. See, they turn themselves off, you see. But this is the problem. We have center tanks, we have a port tank and a starboard tank. Why does this alter these two? And why doesn't it have its own? Why can't clicking one of these work both of them? I can't put this start tank in switch into the on position. It won't let me do it. And even if it doesn't, surely you can still turn the other side, the port side, on by using that one. I think something's bugged on these planes. I mean, we've got fuel. I don't get it. They don't work, Andrew. So I'm just cheating my way through it. Okay, so now that all the engines are up, now show me these switches. Yeah, look, it's still off. These have all come on, and then the starters have come on and then gone off again, which is correct. Okay, that's fine. Magnetos are in the position I had them in anyway. I'm going to have to do some scouting on the internet to find out if there is a bug with these planes. Not the retrofit. Retrofit is fine, that works nicely. I think something's not quite right here. In the single engined, you can alter these fuel flow valves as well, but clearly you cannot here because the mouse isn't changing shape to a fist or a hand or a pointy hand like this does. It doesn't do it for here. Yeah, it's bugged, guys, I believe. So lining up's going to be fun. Okay, all right. So I guess we're just going to make the best of it. I may need to push a bit more power here because we're on snow, so I'm just going to give it a bit more. Push all the way forwards. Please give me some steering. It's just about steering. Okay, you can stop steering now. Stop steering now. Stop steering now. Okay, steer again, steer again, steer again. Turn, turn, turn. Keep turning. Little bit, little bit. Stop turning, stop turning, stop turning. Doesn't need a lot of runway, I'll give it that. Now, to be honest, I should have really plotted a route to the other base, and then we could have maybe flown from one to the other, but I'm not quite sure what the distance is between this one and the other one. And yeah, instrument wise on how to get there, you've got 3 revolutions, 3 RPM needles, you've got airspeed, which does it even have a needle on it? Oh yeah, it does, there it is. Very tiny needle, no backlighting, altitude, which is obscured by this bar here, wicked. We have got little flakes of snow, we can see it, you see it's snowing a little bit here. But because we're in the South Pole, we can land anywhere we damn well please. Man, these windows need washing though. Come on, scenery, catch up. Now the other base, I actually don't know where it is. I might be able to bring it up on the map if it doesn't crash the sim. Let's have a look. Let's just get ourselves pointed back to Rotherham for a second. There it is. Jesus. Okay. Oh, what's this? EGAR 1 question mark. All right, let's go there. So heading I don't know, 260? I don't know. Yeah, go away. Where's my heading on this thing? How the hell do you read this compass? What's this thing in the middle? How do you, which is the, how, where, how do you read this thing? What am I lining up? Is it this? Is this meant to be like a street and a side street with a junction? And I don't know. Is it this line we read off, or is it this center line? That would make the most sense. Is there a compass view where we can look down on it from the top? Do we have one? No, we don't have a preset compass view. Okay, back to the map then. I don't know what EGAR 1 is, but it must be some other base thing. Or maybe it's got a question mark, so I'm guessing it's a point of interest perhaps. Or is it, well, it's this mountain thing. Great. And if there is a runway, it's not going to be easy to see. Now, was that just... Look at that. Look at this. Is this cloud? Wow. South Pole is a different animal, isn't it? There's no, by the way, there's, even though this is an Arctic plane, that it's surprisingly lacking of any anti-ice options. Yeah, we're over the water right now. Yeah, right, of course we are. Yeah, you can tell, can't you? Bright blue. Oh yeah. Wow. have to work out what is wrong with the startup of this Fokker. I couldn't get the other one going, as I recall. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's a step I'm missing out. But the plane is so simplistic. You know, a plane only needs 3 things, doesn't it, to start? You need a spark, you need a fuel, and you need air. Well, the air's out there already. So as long as you've got fuel flow and a spark and battery, which we assume we have, then you're pretty much good to go. And I don't know, it just won't. It's just so I don't know whether it's not getting a spark or whether it's not getting fuel, but something's wrong with it for sure. Are you expecting me to go over here? Oh my god. Can we go around it? I don't fancy, wait a minute, that's land. That's not white sky, that's land. Let's go this way. Oh buddy. You can get caught in a whiteout. Is that the opposite of a blackout? Only in the snow. There's that rainbow again. It's nice to have a rainbow all the time. And the occasional flake of snow. I wonder if we have any METAR here. Because it's not an airport that's built into... This isn't built into the game. Oh god, do we? No, I didn't think so. That would be awesome if it did. But yeah, the EGAR is not in Flight Sim as far as I'm aware. That's a cool shot right there. Just trying to see over to make sure I'm not going to hit anything. So we got bits of floating. I mean the scenery here covers that you get within the Rothera scenery pack. It does cover a good decent area. I guess we're going to have to climb. So I'm just going to give it some full revs. I can barely see those needles. The only time I know where the needles are on the revs is because I can't see the number. So 22 is not quite as visible as it should be. Oh, this is going to be fun. And this wing definitely looks like it's made of wood. So she's a witch. Burner. Sorry. Obscure Monty Python reference. Visibility, crap. Or it's going to be by the looks of it. On my left window, the visibility doesn't look great. And the right hand side, it's getting to be not great either. Oh jeez. Let's bring this thing up and see if we can just make it a bit smaller. Something about like it. I'm going to hit something, aren't I? I don't know if it's cloud or snowy hill. I don't know. Ooh. I have no idea. Where's my thingy indicator? Guys, I don't know whether I'm flying level. Oh god. Oh, we're getting buffeted. And that is definitely land. One of the bases, I think you can see like a melting glacier. That would be kind of cool. What are you bringing me out here for? Oh god, I can't see anything. Hello? Where's that little dial that tells you how much you're pulling up and down? Oh, you're going to make me hit something. I know you are. I feel like I'm 2 feet off the ground or something, but I'm probably... Is that land or cloud? It's land, is it? I don't know. What's here? Nothing. Look at my shadow. I'm right next to the ground. Urgh. There's nothing here except snow. Why have you brought me here? Oh my God. Why did you bring me here? There's nothing. Pause, pause, pause. Let's take a look outside. So, it's to my right. What is? There's nothing there. Just a grid. Nothing. I can't seem to... I've got ice on the wing, have I? Yeah, I've got ice forming on the wing. Awesome. Brilliant. I'm gonna freeze to death now. So, let's take this off a moment. Just because I want that screenshot. Okay. You can come back now. Hello? Okay, maybe it doesn't do it on pause. What the hell is down here? There's nothing here. Stranded scientists. I just see a grid. Weather station on top of mountain. Yeah, I mean, why not? I'll tell you what, let's see if we can clear this weather a second. Oh, God. Oh, it's not white anymore. It's sea. It's melted. I don't expect high polygon textures around here anyway. Where's the plane? I've seen the shadow of the plane, but where's the shadow? Where's the sun? Over there. Oh, the shadow's over there. Then the plane must be... And it isn't. God. I've lost the plane. Let's take the drone camera and make it go a little bit quicker. I will set the weather back to normal. How is it that the weather, and not the time of the year, but just the weather, has made the frozen sea not frozen anymore? When it was white, I'm starting to wonder now if I could land on it or not with skis. We better get back to the plane because I can't reference where I am anymore. Okay, so the plane's there. Okay, so I can only guess then that what we need to find might be on the other side of this mountain. No. And it's not exactly that there's a place for us to land either. Like there's no little runways or anything. Oh my god, I see a face. I see a face. Eye, nose, and something coming out of its mouth like a worm. Is it just me that sees a face there? Eye, nose, mouth, something coming out. Ah, it's just you, Rusty. Right. Maybe we should stick to this weather. I wonder if the ice will melt off the plane. Oh god. I have got maximum power on right now, and start to see faces in the snow. Let's see if we can land it here then. We'll have a look at the other base, I think. Which I don't think is as detailed as the one we just took off from. But I'm sure they've modelled in like glaciers and stuff, and floating ice, that kind of thing. What the hell is that meant to be? How is that blue? Is that? It doesn't know if it wants to be water or land. Anyway. How's the icing? Oh, has it gone away? Yeah. I guess we warmed the place up a bit. Saved by the weather. Okay, I'm just dropping off a lot of speed now. Those skis have got to move then because they're pointing downwards. So as soon as we hit the ground, touch the ground, they have to animate and go flat. They're going to have to. Got plenty of runway. Who's Josephine Ford, by the way? I don't know. Anyway, Fokker. Sorry. Right, here we go. Let's just get over this little bump here. This is as slow as I can make this plane go, apart from climbing again. Oh, no animation. I'm not going to pull back till we get to a certain speed. No, do you see? You can't hit the brakes either. Maybe a slight turn to cause some friction. Does that help? Does that slow it down by creating friction by doing this turn all the time? I'm pushing all the way forward now. Now all the way back. See, the brakes don't help. Neither does parking brake. Nothing. How am I going to land back at Rotherham Base on skis? I mean, you just need a longer runway. Rotherham base is nowhere near long enough. Okay. Well, I think what we should do is check out the other place, which is AQ75, I believe. Just go check. Just checking back up on my PDF file. I think it's AQ75, but I'm just going to double triple. Right, we've got AQ80 and AQ85. Now, AQ80 and AQ85 are both fictional. Okay, one is called Fossil Bluff Skiway, and one is called Sky Blue, spelled BLU. Both fictional, made up places. But what's the mention of AQ75? Why have I got that in my head? Let me just... Okay, AQ75, Rotherham Emergency. Oh, the mountains we flew over, by the way, just now. Reptile Ridge. Yeah. Reptile Ridge. Okay. Let's see if is AQ75. Why have I have a chart for AQ75 here, but I don't have it listed on the ICAO's, you know, the airport identifications in this manual. Right, so there's also flight plans here as well. British Antarctic survey ferry flights. So I guess that's you ferrying people in and out, surveyors and stuff like that. Yeah. I think when you choose the time of year at Rotherham, where we just were, when you pick a correct time of year and a correct temperature and stuff, you will see the glaciers, and I'll show you what it should look like. So you expect something like this. So you've got the glaciers with, or maybe not glaciers there, but little ones that you can see there with bits broken off. Then you've got the mountain range in the background. But if you see here, these are the other two. Is it up here then? No. So there's 80 and 85. Okay. But if we come down, these are all screenshots from MSFS. I think those are too. Weather. Weather reports can be tricky to obtain. Yeah, I can well imagine. So you've actually got real-world links here. Real-time satellite weather images. Always cool. So yeah, you can see stuff melting as well and just floating in the sea, which they've added as part of the scenery, which is, I like that. And I don't know if this is Rotherham or what. We can go inside. Is that real? Or is that... Again, I don't know which ones are real pictures and which ones are from the sim. I suppose that's a compliment to the sim. But as we get down to those charts, there's AQ75. Now we flew over Reptile Ridge, and I think the question mark thing was here. Okay. Or was it here? Was this EGAR 1 that we saw? That runway is huge compared to this one. I think to land here, though, you need the plane like the Cessna that has the skis with the wheels underneath. So you have both. Okay, so let's flick it back to here. So there's the fake Fossil Bluff one. Yeah, 75 isn't there, look. So let's go in numerical order then. Let's go to Fossil Bluff. And if we zoom out, monitoring station at Fossil Bluff. So what we can do is set that as our arrival. Oh, go away. Go away, custom. Right, click and arrival. So it's 1 minute. So if we take off from here, it doesn't look like there's any choice here. We're going to have to start on the runway anyway, which is kind of cool, so I don't have to fiddle around with engine starting. And then we just take off and just turn over there. Is this water? I don't know, I guess so. But where is the Batman? So where's the other stuff? This is another monitoring station. Again, this is all part of the scenery, I believe. Monitoring station. Oh, maybe not though. Is it really that far? Yeah, this could be all of the scenery that you get. Plenty of monitoring stations. And there's Sky Blue, which is the other one we'll be coming from. I don't know if all of these are in the simulator or if these are all part of the scenery. I honestly don't know. Monitoring station for lower Thwaites Glacier. Glacier, however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, lots of monitoring stations. But again, like I say, I don't know whether these, like what is default sim and what is scenery. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, let's fly over and at least see a monitoring station, so we can at least see one of them. So we're just going to take off and then head roughly 45 degrees from where we're at. Let's see. I know this isn't Australia, but it's close. Another flight I'd like to do with that retrofit Fokker as well is a New Zealand to Austria. Austria? Yeah, let's go all the way over to Austria. New Zealand to Australia flight would be cool, and vice versa maybe. Australia to New Zealand again would be a nice flight to do in a plane like this. The retrofit version with the wheels, not this ski version. We could get away with using wheels here, surely. I'm sure we could. Oh boy. Okay. What have we... See, there's not a lot of scenery out here. Wait, are we back in real weather now? I think we are in real weather. Live weather, real time. Yeah. Yep. This is real. Oh, New Zealand, never mind diving. I would just want to go there, period. One-way ticket to New Zealand, please. New Zealand, Australia, I'd be happy in those places. I'd be just quite fine there. New Zealand is absolutely gorgeous. The scenery there is just breathtaking. Okay, we don't need a lot of runway to take off, just to land. So up we go. No flaps to mess with, which is good. So the monitoring station, I wonder if it is... Well, it's a point of interest, so there must be something there, even if it's just like a garden shed. should be on the map then. Oh my god, it's right there. Okay. It's really close. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was like a 1 minute flight. Is it going to be up on the top of this mountain thing? Nope. I don't understand. Okay, it's been buried in snow. Let's just pretend it's that then. Oh well. So much for that, eh? Oh, bring the map up 1 second. I want to have a look at something. I don't know what this orange line is, I guess. Must mean something, but I don't know what. Oh. Okay. Just running this in slew mode a second. Oops. How low these clouds are, or are we just that high above sea level? Look. I'm actually trying to find some water. God, look at this. Imagine just flying through here and... Well, let's not imagine it, shall we? Let's do it. Yeah, South Pole is quite a different animal, isn't it? It's a lot of white everywhere. We don't even have anything... Well... We've got nothing to tell what the outside temperature is. I don't know what these two are. There's 3 temperature gauges. Oil, oil, oil. So I guess it's 3 different oil temp gauges. A white one, a black one, and then something just completely different. Oh dear. I would love to give this plane a try in VR. It must be something pretty cool. You have a friend who has family property on an island there. Wow. Ask them if they want to do a house swap for the UK. Look at the scenery now. Is that solid or is it cloud? I don't know. I want to see a glacier, guys. Just going by the map now. Wow, look at the drop there. That's a big drop. Need an SRV for that. Okay, so we're over the water. As you can tell. I'm looking at here, guys. One minute it's blue, next minute it's white. Trusting my life to a plane from the 1920s. Yeah. Very wise. If there's going to be any glaciers though, it's going to be in and around the scenery that came with this add-on. I don't think it's going to, I think we're outside of those boundaries. So let's finally quickly check out 85. AQ85. What happens if you land a ski plane on the water? I've been to Scotland, but only in the cities. I've been to Edinburgh twice. That's it. When I was little. I'd like to go again though, because I know it's epic. Well, this is probably not going to work out very well, is it? It's a one-way trip into the ocean. Come on, cause a wake. There you go, got a little bit of a wake going on. Woohoo! We just skimmed the water. Cool. So I'm going to land here on the white bit. It looks like somebody just come here with a Tipex bottle and just emptied a huge one. It's just... oh. And I wouldn't mind, but I didn't even bring my big coat. Is this water or is this ice or just frosting on the... I don't know what this is. Well, it's... is it water? Is it... I don't know what it is. It's a mixture of snow and water. Snorter. Yeah, definitely snorter. Let's check out 85 very quickly. So New Zealand to Australia. I wonder how long that trip's going to be. Obviously Northern Australia, we don't want to go anything too weird. I just want to have a look at this place, to be honest, as opposed to flying. Flying's just going to be more of what we've just seen, which is the white stuff. The white stuff. Do, 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 do. Remember that one? What's all that? Oh, okay. So nothing behind us. Okay, let's bring up the camera interface. There's some kind of camp or something, I don't know. Hey, excuse me, can you tell me where... Excuse me, just want to know if you just know where the, arrogant bastard. Oh, okay, drone is set a little bit too quick now, let's get it down to around 4030, something like that. So some kind of research place then, I'm assuming. Samara, won't they let you in? Not invited to the party. Peeping Tommy. Oh wow, are these little tents? They are, aren't they? For something. Little adapters there for your Sky satellite dish. And then there was me. Yeah, anyway, there you go. That is the Antarctica region of Rothera from Aerosoft. I think before I bought it, I checked to see at the time if there was any places to take off and land in the South Pole, and I don't think that I found any. So that was probably one of the main reasons why I ended up buying that scenery, just to have something, you know, in that region. Okay, so Boogalooga airstrip. So let's have a look at New Zealand airports here. So New Zealand, I just want to get an estimate of the trip. I'm not going to do it right now, but so what would one be? Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch. Trying to find what would be a good one. Hawke's Bay Airport. Will you accept the airport code, NPE? Okay, let's have a look at this Hawke's Bay. Actually, Marlborough Airport looks nice, surrounded by some greenery. NZ. Did I just say Z? I did say Z, didn't I? Because I'm thinking Z as in Zealand. NZWB. Woodburn. It says Marlborough Airport here. Blenheim. Blenheim? Woodbourne Airport, trading as Marlborough Airport. Okay, yeah, this is it. So if we go from there, let's take out time factor there. If we go from there, still set as arrival, set as departure, zoom to details, there we go. And we'll get ourselves somewhere convenient-ish. We could take off this way. It is the wrong way that we want to go, but it'll do. And if I was going to take anything, of course it would be the retrofit plane. And to go from there, okay, well, we don't have the fuel to do it. I'll try and fix that in a second. We'll try and get to Shell Harbour Airport. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no such thing as mid-air refueling. So 100% fuel. Let's just take my suitcase out and forget I'm actually carrying a suitcase. It still doesn't get us there. We can't do it. Look at the distance, 1,168 nautical miles. I didn't realise it was that they were that far away, New Zealand and Australia. Wow. I thought it was just a simple hop. It really isn't, though. This is not the plane to do it in. Way too far. And even if we went and tried it, even if we could reach there, if I took off the option of fuel draining, just let it never run out of fuel, it would still take almost 14 hours. However, should we then switch into an Airbus, particularly the fly-by-wire, and I don't think I have a New Zealand specific one. That's the thing, I don't think. Oh yeah, I do. Holy Concord. I do have a New Zealand one. Okay. And now we're down to 2.5 hours. Jeez, it's almost... Well, I don't know. What's the distance from, say, Shell Harbour to Perth? Or this one? No, that's where we took off from last time. The red place. I don't think landing an A320 there is a good idea. So it's 4 hours from coast to coast then. In an airliner. But as I said before, I wouldn't want to go across the sea like this. So maybe add nothing. Maybe go here and add a custom point there. So now it's an exact 4-hour trip and we're covering over land basically. That's your waypoint. And we would be flying high altitude IFR. Oh, now it's put a proper route in. Well, I would create my own flight plan that took me across the land and down so that there's no water stuff. And yeah, but we'd definitely be looking at a 4-hour flight. I don't know whether this is something people want to see on a stream at one point. But I didn't want to go in here again. Go back. Oh, what's going on here with these stupid lights? This is new. These flashes, this flashing is new. I wonder if this is down to the brand new Nvidia drivers I put in today. That's going to have to go. Get me out of this screen. That is dangerous. Strobing lights like that for me is dangerous. But I need to be on that menu. The Gold Coast, Melbourne, Perth, Uluru, or Ayers Rock as I still like to call it. Oh, look at the aircraft it gives us. And you can't change that aircraft either. So what is this anyway? Arrival runway. I've never done a discovery flight. Does it tell you what to do as you do it? I really don't know. Let me just have a quick try. I'm not going to actually do it because it's going to take too long, I think. I've just never done a discovery flight. I've never done a bush trip. Basically all I've done, apart from picking my own flights, is landing challenges. Oh, look at that side. Look at the length of that beach. Christ. Okay. Not familiar with this plane either. Oh, do we? Oh, okay. So it's just giving us all of the points of interest then. I don't think you can hover on them. So what's this one on the in the sea here? So is it just, here's a start point, go and check out all the points of interest that you want to check out. But this one here is what? It looks like it's underwater. South Pacific Ocean. Is this my first stop? Yeah, I might go, if it's causing, if the drivers are causing those flickery issues, I will definitely be going back to the other ones, 100%. I can't have flickery things like this. Oh, so this is what this is. This is the South Pacific Ocean. Okay. And now we've got to go to the Gold Coast? Or do we just get to pick? I've never, like I say, I've never done a discovery flight, so I don't know what the purpose is. I think it's just, you know, it puts you somewhere and highlights all the points of interest, and it's up to you to investigate them as you wish. That's all I can make of this. Surface Paradise. I'm assuming this is preset. A preset time and weather as well. Change time of day. For what, Andy? To change time of day for what? See, my CPU's already up there and my GPU isn't, which is another reason why I wouldn't use the X264 encoder, because I'd be putting my CPU under more pressure when it doesn't need it. It's the graphics card that needs to be pushed. Imagine living out here, it's weird, isn't it? Lots of water. What happens in climate change when the water levels just go up a little bit? I predict a lot of house insurance here. Oh, we don't cover for flooding. Oh, really? I wonder why. Perhaps because there's a high chance of flooding? See, 30 frames per second and smooth as you like. Mermaid waters. Sounds a bit fishy. Sorry. Miami? Miami? Where the hell am I? That's not Miami. It's in Florida. You can't make it between those two buildings, Rusty said. Don't try. Too short of a gap. I'm presuming it's called the Gold Coast because of its beaches. guess. Golden sand. Oh. Nice seats. That might make a decent, comfortable gaming chair. Oops. Oh, it's an automatic. I ordered the manual. Damn it. So I guess it just sets you on a scenic route of places. No, I don't think Florida would be a place for me. Really low to the ground here. Talabudgera Creek. Plane made of Artex. What's all this on here? Like snow build-up. Palm Beach. That's in Florida as well, isn't it? Have we just got a load of stolen names here, or who stole from who, and where am I? I'm starting to wonder if I'm in Florida or I'm in New Zealand now. This one is the building. Museum, maybe? I doubt it. Come on, tell me. Man, the flight dynamics on this plane is a little bit sensitive. Why aren't you telling me what you are? Thank you, Palm Beach. Where all the fortune tellers hang out then. I wonder how different this, what we're looking at now, how different it looks compared to real life. You know, red roofs, white roofs. Not going to be a world of difference, as we've seen from other shots in flight sim where you compare the reality with the sim, and it's sometimes it's eerily accurate. I can fly over the town I grew up in, and I can point out so many things. Oh, this is that building, and that building there, I can tell you all of them because it's that close. The only thing that might be out of place is there might be a tree somewhere that's not really there. But I don't really care. I think the level of detail in this is crazy good. Coolangatta. They do have some. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This was unexpected. That noise is unsettling. Flaps out, gear out. Hey? He's not going anywhere. What's co-pilot? What's this? Wow, twitchy. And a freeze. And a catch up. I wasn't expecting to see an airstrip, particularly one that was facing us. Perfect opportunity for a landing, and it's still a little twitchy, this thing. But then it is a default aircraft, so I can't have it. Oof, God, it is twitchy. I'm not putting in a lot of input, and it's really turning quite quickly. I hope I'm going the right way for the white aircraft. Let's just stick it on the grass. I wonder if I can change my brakes to an axis though. Right now I have it on my joystick, that'd be Virpil. Come on. And it would come under brakes. So yeah, button 6. So brakes. What's the third one? Why is it set to 2? That could be because my trigger has got 2. Oh, I know what it is. 6 is my trigger. And then if I squeeze the trigger harder, it does a second click. Does it? Yep, it's got 2 buttons on it. I think that's what the 6 and the 3 are. So no matter how hard I squeeze the trigger, brakes are still going to work. However, I also want to set something up on this, which is, I already have this axis. If I squeeze one of these in, it's reverse thruster, but I don't know which one. And the other one doesn't do anything. But if I set that to brakes, so right now it's, see, we do have left and right brake axis. It's already set. Joystick axis X and R. X and Y, sorry. Huh. Okay, so the other one is thrusters. Joystick slider Y. That must be, no, that's reverse axis rudder. Reverse axis rudder. That's not the same as rear as thrusters, is it? Is it? Oh. Hold throttle, reverse thrust. Bingo. Got you. Right, so that's holding down one of these 2 sides. I just can't remember which. Reverse axis. How the hell have I got this set up? Oh, okay, yeah, throttle. And it's set to reverse axis because I use the throttle upside down. Because I'm left-handed, I have to turn it around. So essentially, these are pointing away from me when I use it. Okay. So we've got that. This is the reverse thrust, which is one of these levers. So I need joystick R axis Z minus for the brakes. Okay. So instead of being set to this, I need left and right brakes both set to joystick R's axis Z minus. Let's see if I get it right. So reverse thrust would be, I'd probably map it to the right hand side. So is that one? Okay. It's not complaining about that. And this one would be the same. Okay, so if I hit the brakes, but why? Oh, it's not, it's digital. Sugar. That's no good then. Yep, it's digital. It's no good. I'm starting to wonder now what I can use. Oh, I've got a great idea. If it works, clear current input. You see, the braking system is something where I want to assign one control to do the brakes as opposed to a left and a right. So that would be this. Can I squeeze this as a axis? Oh, wait a minute. Where did the button come from? Do it again. What? Validate that. I don't understand what's going on, guys. I'm trying to use the lever. Oh, I know why. Yeah, I'm trying to use my throttle like a plonker, and I should be using my joystick. Hold on. What an idiot. Purple. Brakes. So currently, come on. You can't click on the down arrow to down it. So currently it's set to I don't get it. Okay. That's not going to work. You see, you have to use these because this is expecting a digital input, I'm sure of it. So let's go back. Oh, this is just brilliant. Okay. So 3 plus 4 is my trigger. Heavy. So I can't do right brake and left brake axis. I just want one that says brake axis. Because to do an axis, I need, this is where you need the pedals or whatever you use. And I need to use the same key for both. It's okay, it's classing it as a button. I don't have any axes left then. No, I have no axes to use. No axes to grind. Oh well. I guess I'm just going to have to stick with digital brakes then. Yeah. Go back. Not save anything. Yeah, I thought I could maybe apply an axis to the brakes, but that's not going to... I do have a yoke, but I don't use it. I prefer the Virpil. And my yoke is very budget and cheap, and it's... yeah. It's tucked away in a cupboard somewhere. I don't use it. The Virpil I prefer. The only time I'd go to a yoke would be if I had the honeycomb set up. That would be good. That's the yoke and the throttle quadrant. I think both of those, maybe one day. Well, I think. Oh, has it stopped flickering? Uh-oh. We go again. Yep, it's definitely crashed because my computer is not making as much noise now. The fans died down. It likes to do this. This is twice it's crashed now. I'll be gone, Aquatic. I'm off now. Particularly seeing as how it's just crashed while trying to slide over to a menu. And this is what stopped the stream last time. Crash. Just a complete freeze of nothing. So one of the bad things about Flight Sim is when it does crash, there's no logs, there's no error messages, absolutely nothing. So diagnosing it or trying to find out what's causing it, is it an add-on? Which add-on is it? There's no logs, nothing, which is ridiculous on a product like this. But it's a good time to end, I guess. So I'm going to end there. At least I got an Australian flight in the Fokker and managed to land it well. Okay, so that's going to wrap it, guys. Thank you for being with me again, and I will be joining you again shortly. So until then, buenos dias, have a good rest of the day, and catch you next time. Take care, guys. Bye for now.